off, this is my 700th video on the platform. And I don't really know what I'm going to title it, because most of this is going to be kind of a rant, if I'm honest with you. This summer, Four Leaf was one of the greatest members of our community, most giving. Certainly he's got the biggest heart. Involved in every VR giveaway, fundraiser, charity thing. He gives, he gives, he gives, he gives. Wanted to give back to our community and started an all-star YouTube sports card all-star team. Great idea. Really great idea. So many great channels are not eligible for the Hall of Fame, YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. Another thing people complain about, of course. But Forley found this great way to get people involved, smaller channels, get them recognition they deserve, and keep them around so they can get to 4 or 5 years, like I've got 700 videos. And if I'm being honest, you know, the participation in this was really not great. I don't think Eric would ever say anything about it, but I can say something about it. And we're not going to have much of a focus now that it's raining. It doesn't matter. I also need new wipers. I don't think he would ever say, hey, I wanted more, I should have got more ballots. But I'll say that. I think there should have been more ballots. I think more of us should have done this. And I'm not going to call any one channel. I'm really not. Because I don't get to do everything. I miss VRs and I miss, you know, fundraisers or whatever, celebrations. We can't do everything. So I'm not prepared to call out any one channel. But as a community, I think we failed Four Leaf. And that's a shame. Because I picked up probably 15 new channels from the All-Star balloting. And imagine if more channels had actually done it. Like, it could have been 30, 40 easily. Not just from channels submitting ballots, but from their nominations. I don't know. Why didn't we do that? Why? I'm confused. It was an extreme lack of Hall of Famers, by the way. I guess I'm starting to single people out a little bit. Extreme lack of Hall of Famers submitting ballots. You can't tell me you don't know who Four Leaf is. He's at every national. He's at other shows. He's got something like 1,400 videos last I saw. And he's given to your cause. He's done your VRs. So, I don't know. I would say help me understand this, but you don't need to. I was shocked. I expected to see some Hall of Famers vote. A couple did. Those of you that did, thank you. You know, this isn't even my thing, but I wanted to make it kind of my thing because it's such a great idea. So when Forley first pitched this idea and, you know, made essentially the launch video for this, he was showing off some all-star ballots. And I immediately remembered that I had an all-star ballot from the year I was born, 1974. And I had turned it into a little project where I started sending off TTM to see how many guys I could get to sign it. And then I would fill in a little bubble by their name, so it sort of act like a checklist. And I got to, I think, 7 or 8 names, and you're going to see it here in a minute. 7 or 8 names on the ballot. And my immediate thought was, I want to give this away to someone that submits a ballot for this all-star project. So we'll do that in a minute. I've got a list from 4-Leaf. Everyone submitted a ballot. I've got to take my name off of it, and then 2 others that he already gave something to. And we'll see how many names are left. It's not that many. It's not that many. And if you didn't submit a ballot, will you at least consider doing this next year? I understand it was the first year, so that's part of it too. These smaller channels can't be put in the Hall of Fame. They need our support so that they will stick around and become YouTube Hall of Fame type channels. So if you didn't vote this year, I'm done chastising you. And again, there's a lot of things I can't do. I get it. But if you didn't vote, will you consider voting next year if you watch this whole thing? I hope so. I think it's important. And support 4-Leaf. He supports you. Even if I don't know you, he supports you because he supports everybody. And that's the kind of guy we want sticking around and coming up with these great ideas and putting their time and effort into making the community better. So let's do that. Let's make a pledge. Next year I submit a ballot. Make a playlist. Here's what I do. I make playlists. And I might name it, All Stars ? And when I see a video, oh, maybe I forgot about this person. I haven't seen it uploaded in a while. I'll save that video to that playlist. And then later when it's time to submit a ballot for the All Stars or the Hall of Fame or whatever, I have names right at the forefront. Oh, wait a minute, so-and-so's on here and they haven't made an upload in 6 months. Yeah, they might not be a Hall of Fame candidate for me or an All-Star candidate, whatever. Anyway, think about it. So let's go back to driving a little more safely here, and I'll see you at the house for the giveaway part. Thanks. Okay. We're back. Here's what we're playing for. This is a 1974, as I mentioned, All-Star Game ballot right there. We have Larry Boa, Dick Green, Frank Duffy, Ron Say, the Penguin, Belton Bill Melton, Richie Hebner, and the Bull Greg Luzinski. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 autographs. And like I said, I had a habit of filling in the bubble as I got them. And this is just something that's been in my collection. I forgot about it for many years. Came across it right about the time that 4-Leaf was announcing this. I thought, if I didn't even remember I had it, I'd give it away to somebody. So we're going to do that right now. Some of the names are abbreviated or truncated because this was the list that 4-Leaf was keeping for himself. He didn't know he was going to be giving it to me. But for the most part, you can figure out who's who. I have removed Mr. Fisher Bike and Jason Poor Man Stack because they got something from Eric. So 4 Soft Corners, Sports History, 3D 80s Kid, Rue Dog, Hitman, Psy Guy, Christopher Missouri, Zach and Porter, Commenting Collector, Cracker Jack Cards, Lou Rock. There's a Hall of Famer. Thank you. Hall of Famer that wants to give back to the community. Commenting Collector, Caleb's Cards and More. Dustin and Blake, another Hall of Famer. Stuke, Johnny Serena, Mike Sports, Cards Historian, Junior Baseball Fanatic. Probably Stuke, or maybe that is Stash. There's a Stash who I'm not familiar with. Everyone seemed to know who he was, and I think he was really big in the community right before I started. And then he came back for a while, but I'm not familiar with him. Maybe I need to fix that. And then A Collector's Dream. So we're just going to do this real simple at one spin. Let's go. Okay, John, 3D 80s Kid, fellow Pacific Northwest tuber. Congratulations, John. I'm going to draw maybe 2 more names offline, just in case John is not interested in this. I don't know if this is really his lane, because he's more of like a Hall of Fame, card guy and not necessarily an autograph guy. But I'll offer it up to him. Maybe he'll even see this. I'll tag him. And like I said, I'll draw a couple more names offline, offer it up to them if he passes. So thanks to those who did participate. And I'm moving on now. And let's make next year, let's triple the ballots. I think we can do it easily. As you saw, the list was not very big. So let's do better. Let's honor our fellow YouTube greats. And until next time, remember, we don't count subscribers, we count friends.